Good morning. It is June 5th, 2019. I'm Kimberley Buckler of Spirit and Soul Healing, and here in Cochrane, Alberta. I'm a practitioner. I do energy work. I do readings, intuitive readings with cards and through Akashic Records. I also do house clearings and provide workshops for those that are wanting to go forward, whether it's building your intuition, crystal healing, 4 levels of the Yushi Reiki. I'm here to help out in any way I can, and I love to watch you grow and watch you learn the things that you can access in this lifetime and to know that you're safe, being that healer that you are, or the artist or the athlete. Doesn't matter what field that we're in, is that you grow and flourish and blossom. One thing that can stop us from doing these beautiful things is something called anxiety. I know I visited this topic in March, but it needs to be repeated again. Anxiety can be crippling. Anxiety can stop us from going forward to being who we are, to doing the things that we want to do, and to flourish in the most beautiful way. Anxiety is caused by fears. Fears that I'm not going to do, a person saying they're not going to do well, or something's going to happen if they do it, or um, they've been told as a child that they're not capable of doing things, or they're not the artists or the athletes. Well, you know what? It's time for us to debunk those stories that we were told. It's time for us to own who we really are. When I went back into my Akashic records or done past life readings, in every one of those lives, I saw myself as a healer. I saw myself doing healing work, whether it was in India, it was in Africa, it was in Australia, it was in Europe, here in America, always doing healing work. And without it, grateful. And now I know why my heart sings to do what I do, because I'm walking in my shoes and this is my path. I am very grateful for those readings because it helped me to feel stronger. The last one I had about the healing work was being a gypsy and doing readings. So that one really helped me out and to know not to doubt myself so much. So when we don't have those affirmations, or we don't have someone saying, hey, Kimmy, you're doing a good job, we create anxiety about what's going on. We need to believe in our hearts that when our heart sings to do something, that we're really good at it. We can be really good at it. Now, for example, if I was an athlete and my heart sung to do athletics and to be in competitions, and I did that as much as I can, then all of a sudden something happened that I wasn't able to participate in the competitions. What can I do to be there for someone else in competitions? What can I do to help that other person grow and flourish? So your heart is still singing because you're still in that field. For myself, my heart sings to do healing work. So every time I have a client or every time a workshop happens, I am singing. I am so happy. Now, anxiety can get into the way of a lot of this for us. And say as an artist, if I just had someone ask me to do tags for products that they're making, and with these little tags, I put the animals on there, whether it's a crow, a bear, an eagle. I was asked to do a deer, and I thought I can't do a deer. I haven't done that one before. And so I started going that little bit of chitter chatter, and then I remembered, okay, I was asked for a reason because that person knew I could do this. And this is not the first time that this person got me out of my so-called comfort zone and got me to step out of it and go forward and do something spectacular. So after a couple days of procrastinating and thinking, this is going to be hard, I went and found my patterns. I found 3 different patterns. With the other animals, I only found one. This one, I found 3 different patterns, which is just magical. Sat down doing some, and I go, not so good. Anxiety start to pick up. No. I remember just doing a tag with bears on it, and I used a different medium instead of the paints. I used a liquid ink. So with the deers, I started doing the liquid ink on the second page, and wow, what a difference. It looks amazing. So I now got 2 sets of tags for this wonderful person that asked me to go forward and do something new. And I didn't let that anxiety kick in. What I've seen with clients and I've seen with friends and family is that anxiety can be, and even for myself, it can put you to your knees. It gets to your stomach, it makes your stomach churn, it gets to your bowels, digestion, your throat, unable to speak. It's overwhelming. And we need to be able to change that, and we need to know that we can do that in an instant. When we don't, things can happen, such as energy fields around you or energy fields in a room. Now, I've seen sludge in what I call sludge. It's in treatment rooms, it's on land, it's in houses, and this sludge is created by anxiety, depression, anger. And when this sludge, if it's created by anxiety and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, then it will stop you from going forward until you find a way to clear that. For myself, I would get the sage going, I would clear my whole body, I would work with my crystals, I would work with oils, and I want to know within 10 to 20 minutes that I am totally clear and totally clean, and I'm not going to carry this anxiety anymore. This anxiety is also saying, hey, Kimberly, you need to make a change. Now, I do know of someone who is having a tough time, and it's around bedtime, sleep time, and something happened at night. And even though the energy in that space was cleared, the person is re-experiencing it. And what I believe is happening is that that person goes to bed at night thinking that this nasty thing was going to happen. And as you go to bed at night thinking that, then that sludge goes from being tiny to bigger and bigger and bigger until you got a big, huge ball of sludge there. And it's decapitating. It gets your mind thinking things that aren't real. It gets your mind thinking things are happening that aren't really happening. It gets your mind thinking of all sorts of nasty stuff, and you don't get the proper sleep you need. And then that room needs to be cleared again and again until that person can go to bed in a different state of mind. So what I've done for myself, if I feel anxiety pick in, and I've gone through this so many times over the last few years, I feel it pick in, I go, okay, I take a deep breath. It's going to be okay. I can do this. And this is what's going to happen when I do this. I'm going to have another animal to add to my gift tags and my batik work. I'm going to have an amazing trip ahead. I'm going to see all these events happening. I'm going to be very excited getting set up. And I look on the moment I'm taking those steps to go forward, and I also look in the moment at the future and going and seeing that and feeling that in my heart and feeling the joy and the excitement. And that gets me out of anxiety really quick. We need to find a way to work for ourselves to work with the anxiety so that it's not decapitating and we can go forward and cherish the things that we are meant to cherish and enjoy the things that we're meant to enjoy in this lifetime. I suggest if you're having a really hard time with anxiety, please book an appointment with me. I do the Akashic record readings. We can see where this is coming from, whether it's in a past life or it's in a present life. A lot of times it can do with something that's happened as a child, and it can do with our heart song. For me, my heart song is the healing work. Here in my second book, Essentials for Natural Healing, I'm going to just share some options for anxiety. Amino acids, I'm not a doctor, and you can find this information wherever you go. So I'm not prescribing anything, I'm just giving you some ideas. So L-taurine is amino acid, mineral, manganese, and phosphorus, vitamins, B3, B5, inositol, essential oils, bergamot, cedarwood, chamomile, lavender, lemon, marjoram, patchouli, and ylang ylang. Fruits is tangerine. You could probably use essential oils, tangerine essential oil too. Herbs, chamomile, cinnamon, and skullcap. Oh, that's neat. Okay, and the meats, beef and beef liver. It also has a fish and lamb and pork. Now, a lot of us are vegetarians, and so when we're vegetarian, we need to find ways to replace our B supplements. We can replace our B supplements in so many different things, whether it's the beans, the oils. Um, and the herbs and the vitamins and minerals. So there's a lot of ways we can look after anxiety. I'll also do smudging. I'll get the sage and smudge and some sweetgrass and change that. I might use my pendulum for some clearing. Maybe it's something I picked up from somebody else around me. You can also use the essential oils. You can stop and breathe and change your whole energy field. Work with it and know that you too can beat this, and you too can have the strength to go forward and do what you need to do. Once again, I'm Kimberly Bachler with Spirit and Soul Healing. Um, Thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to my channel. You can find me at spiritandsoulhealing.com and essentialsfornaturalhealing.com. Have an amazing day, and please remember that you are a beautiful soul within. Take care.